One of the features is that there are no pillars, and that's among the reasons why these are the most expensive seats at Wembley. For an FA Cup final you would pay something like £100 to sit here. These seats can be booked for £1,000 for the whole year, but you'd have to pay extra if you wanted your seat for a concert. There are interruptions. The main one is these executive boxes which are along here. There are 29 of them, and each one has room for 12. They have their own bar, their own dining area, their own kitchen, and they have a waiter or a waitress to look after them. And apart from the tips, they have to pay £60,000 a year for that, and but they have to pay extra also for food and drink. Excuse me a moment. Somebody called me, it's right. I'm in the Olympic Gallery. I just waited rather a long time for the sound. Now, it's interesting that these executive boxes are immediately over the royal box. Can you see? So a front presentation of the royal box, which is where those people are, cannot be seen from those boxes. They have to watch that part of it on television. And you may wonder why. I think it's because the royal family come to Wembley regularly for major events, and they couldn't arrange the executive boxes to have a better view than Her Majesty the Queen has, which is in the royal box. So I think that's one of the reasons the boxes do not go further round. Also, probably security, because someone could hide in those boxes, perhaps with a rifle. Who knows? But anyway, that's the 29 executive boxes, or suites. The other interruption is the new television studio, which is that building over there, that structure over there. The old television studio is where you can see the Coca-Cola sign, what they call television gantry, where the flag is, the George flag, and the flag of St. George, I should say. The commentators sit there, the radio runs. You know, they have these microphones that go right up to the mouth, so you can't hear what other languages that are spoken around. They sit in the open, as you can see, partly for security reasons, so that again nobody can hide over there with, let's say, a rifle. Now, this is the capacity of the stadium from 80,000 to about 76,000. You may wonder what those gaps are for down there. Well, that's the wheel.
Hello there. Welcome to the Wembley Land Train. Wembley Stadium is the venue of legends. It's England's national stadium and the most famous stadium in the world. It's hosted some of the world's biggest events, including the 1948 Olympic Games, the 1966 World Cup, the 1985 Live Aid concert, and 7 European finals. Wembley is proud to have been the main venue for UEFA's prestigious Euro '96 tournament, and welcomed Europe's best by staging 6 of the matches. And they've been flocking here ever since. Many people don't realise the enormous range of events Wembley has played host to. Crowds have seen We're now approaching the famous Twin Towers. I bet you didn't know that the flagpoles on top of the towers are actually made of concrete. In fact, the whole building is of immense architectural interest. The large red and black gates lead to the Royal Tunnel. Either side are plaques commemorating the winners of the 1948 Olympic Games. 2 of the more famous winners are Fanny Blankers-Koen, the Dutch housewife who won 4 gold medals, and the Czech...
This is the spot from where Stanley Matthews passed the ball for the winning goal in the famous 1953 FA Cup final. With a minute to go came Blackpool's fourth, made by Matthews, and smashed in.
Now, 5 metres above my head here was the stage where Mick Jagger sang "Start Me Up." Wembley's history is packed with famous moments and people, so let's start at the beginning.
Hey, what's going on? They're building Wembley Stadium. Wembley and cup finals go together. Always exciting. The excitement sometimes comes from outside. A huge Graf Zeppelin, like some sinister portent of the years to come, cast its shadow over the arena. Wembley was a pioneer of greyhound racing, and speedway riders vied with the greyhounds in attracting capacity crowds. How peaceful to join King George VI and the royal family in the demonstrations presented by the Women's League of Health and Beauty. At Wembley, great preparations are now going ahead in readiness for the first post-war Olympic Games, which are during this summer in Britain. In view of the many events to be staged at Wembley and the vast number of spectators likely to attend the games there, it's obvious that proper facilities must be ready in time. Don Mark, Cambridge Blue. The bowl was kindled with the flame, which is to burn throughout the Olympics. The most sensational event of the day was the 10,000 metres, for which there was a big field. 25 laps had to be run. Here's Haino, 238, the famous Finnish athlete, passing Zatopek, 203.
Up for England back in 1966, and you'll get to stand here too. But Wembley isn't just about sport, it's a mecca for some of the world's great pop extravaganzas. Groups and artists who played here include Michael Jackson, Madonna, Queen, Prince, Guns N' Roses. Here's George Michael. And here are the Rolling Stones at Wembley Stadium. All those moments have happened here in this one place, Wembley Stadium. There's nowhere else quite like it in the world. Well, now let's move on to the next area.
Well, I expect from all the heat. Sit in the photograph, please don't touch the shirt. Thank you. Him or her not to make the same mistake again. You may have noticed a wooden board on the wall, and you can see it on our way into the players' tunnel. That was put there for an England goalkeeper called Peter Shilton. Into the tunnel to walk up the tunnel, and that signal is sent when the guest of honour has sat down in the royal box. Yeah? So that's the moment when they walk out of the tunnel. Now, I'll just put the crowd noise on so you know what it's like for the players. Well, yes, but not coming out of the Okay, team, let's go.
Freelance. to put out where our princess is standing. By the way, our princess is from Newcastle. Her team are going to play tomorrow. Did you say your name was Ivy? Did I get that right? Harold.
They do provide warm air up this grill. So the royal bottom is kept reasonably warm. These seats here will be occupied by guests of the team. Boris Becker sat here when Czech Republic played Germany, and Bobby Charlton sat here when Manchester United played Liverpool. The managers, the trainers and the substitutes, they sit on those chairs down there. Now, right, yeah, so that was the reason for the stunt. But there were another couple of problems. One was the spectators were quite near. As you can see, people could play and get within yards of Her Majesty the Queen. But the more amusing problem was actually birds, because they forgot that birds could perch on those beams. And Her Majesty the Queen could be sitting there with a nice hat on, and bird droppings come down on her head. So they gave up the royal box there and brought it back to here, where it's been ever since. Now the journalists that write the newspaper reports, they sit in these blue seats behind you and they're watching their favourite television programme, Neighbours.